Hi guys, Pete Mazeris, the Home Inspector Mentor here with you. I am a believer of knowing what your competition is doing and staying abreast of what they're doing. So we are all in a community of a industry, the home inspection industry, and it's good to be part of that community, but we're also in competition with each other, right? So we compete against each other for business. And with that said, it's great to have know your competition personally, and if not personally, at least know what they're about, what they offer, and get feedback on them. See what kind of reports that they produce, and so forth. So the easiest way to do that is simply by going on the web and looking at everybody's websites. Okay. Now, for new inspectors or inspectors who are, in the process of getting started, this can be a intimidating task. Okay. Because you as a new inspector, you're not going to have, really any experience or a bio sheet that endears you to new customers and realtors because you're just getting started. Okay, you're not going to have 500, Google reviews. You're not going to be an expert, construction witness. You're not going to have the certifications that all the other inspectors who are in the market that have achieved that and are mature in their industry, in your metro area. And so when you do this, you can't get intimidated by that. Okay, just know that everybody has to start somewhere, and all those guys started somewhere as well. Okay, so the purpose of this exercise is to educate yourself into or as to what you should be providing, at least in your market, or at least working towards. Okay, if you see that many of your competition have a certain extra offering or auxiliary offering, such as radon testing. And so if 9 out of 10 websites show that those inspection companies are offering radon testing, it's probably a clue that you should be doing it as well. And so this is a good way to see what your competition is offering in addition to just regular home inspections. Okay, and so that's to me a great clue for figuring that out. And it's also a good exercise in looking at and seeing how really good websites are put together. And you will see ones that are outdated, and you'll see ones that are new and fancy with moving video and different other visual I don't want to say tricks or gimmicks, but things that will make a consumer stop and pause and want to look further into that inspector's website. And so that's all good and fine because, at some point you need to have a effective website. I don't think it's necessary until, you've established yourself and you've already collected, a good set of or a good amount of Google reviews. But eventually you're going to have that website, and, know and understand that website is really not helpful for a new inspector for a few years yet. Okay, of course, there's no harm in starting one and getting it going, but if finances are tight, your budget is tight, you'd be better served, spending website development and SEO money somewhere else. Okay, such as in your education, or perhaps marketing directly to realtors with discount offers. Okay, or paying for paid leads from Angie's List or Home Advisor, and I know I've poo-pooed that in the past. Not a great method for getting sales for experienced inspectors, but newer inspectors, how else are you going to get sales? So that that's a way to do it. I don't think you should pay for any other advertising other than on the internet and paying for perhaps discount cards and letters going to directly to realtors' offices. So as you are looking at each website for those top 10 or top 15 inspectors that come up in the Google My Business window, that is those are your competition. Those are the inspectors that are successful in your market. And of course, it's a good idea to know what they do, who they are, what certifications they hold. And again, try to do that without feeling intimidated and feeling like, oh my God, I can never do that. How am I going to compete with these guys? Forget about that. That's not the point of this exercise. The point of this exercise is to see what they're doing and maybe emulate them. If you see that many of them have, achieved the master inspector designation, then go figure out what it takes to become a master inspector. Okay, if it's an ASHI certification, the ASHI inspector level, then you get on the ASHI website and know and understand what it takes to get to that level. And beyond that, there's other state licensing things that could be important and worthwhile for your business, such as a WDI license or a radon testing license or mold testing or whatever it is. But you should know what your state requires for licensing, and a clue to that is, simply go and look at, the other home inspectors' websites in your area. So, that is a good way to improve your standing from a business offering standpoint by seeing what your competition is doing and, incorporating those things into your business, or at least laying out a plan to achieve those things that they're doing. Now, you'll see that some inspectors might be offering, drone roof inspections. Let's say only 2 of the 15 are offering it. Well, then that's probably a clue that, drone inspections aren't really, being pushed in your market. Let's say that 1 or 2 of them have a thermal imaging camera as offerings on their website. Okay, again, only 1 or 2 is a clue that it's probably not popular and worthwhile to get into in your market area. But let's say 10 out of 12 of them have WDI licenses or radon testing licenses. Okay, well, that's a clue that you need to get that. And that's something that you should pursue. So I think there's a lot to be learned by looking at all of our, web pages that are out there. And you can even see, a lot of them, myself included, we have our pricing out there on the web. So that gives you a good understanding of how to price your business or in your services and so forth. So